Hey patrons, welcome to the homestead. So I talked about previously we're going to do smoke bombs this week. It's 4th of July. We don't really celebrate a whole lot of the 4th of July stuff. Our celebration times is usually in the fall, but the fall feast. And so, but it's kind of a cool idea. I know some people do the 4th of July in like doing the fireworks stuff, and making smoke bombs is always a fun thing to do. And so I thought we'd do that today. Now I have never done this before, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just following directions. I've seen a lot of other people do this. I've always wanted to do it and share it with others, so that's what we're going to do. We had to make fuses for these smoke bombs that we're going to build today. I have all the ingredients laid out. But before I go through the ingredients, I want to show you the fuses. How I made those, they're very simple. Anyone can make them, lots of easy parts. All you need basically is some matchsticks, some rubber band, and a fireworks type fuse. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's one of the fuses, and it's a pull pin fuse. So it's just like, regular grenade, you see on TV or in the movies. You pull the pin, and gives you time to throw the grenade away from yourself. And so this is basically just a very simple construction that's effective. It works. I've tested these out, seen other people make them online. And what this is basically those cheapo match boxes. You buy them like 10 to a pack at like Walmart or Walgreens or any other type of department store. And basically you cut off of the match boxes the abrasive sides to it, and then you take that, scissors, and then wrap it around a number of matchsticks. So you take the matchsticks that are inside the matchbox and take that abrasive part and wrap it around the sticks. And then you tie that down with a small rubber band, and then you tie the sticks together at the bottom with a large rubber band, and that keeps these intact. And in the middle of all the sticks, you have some fireworks fuse. And the fireworks fuse is easily acquired. Lots of places sell it online. I bought mine at Newegg.com, which is, most people use Newegg for computers, buying computers and electronics and stuff. But they also sell what's called Cannon fuse. And that Cannon fuse is perfect for starting these smoke bombs or any other type of fireworks that you make. And so, again, it's just matchsticks and that abrasive side to the matchsticks box that you cut out and wrap it around it, and then hold it in place with the small rubber band. Hold the matchsticks in place with a large rubber band, and up through the middle you have Cannon fuse. And when you pull, basically, once the smoke bomb solution is still moist and soft, you put all of this whole assembly inside up to about here. And then when you're ready to throw the smoke bomb, you just pull the pin, which pulls the abrasiveness alongside the matchsticks, and the matchsticks ignite, and that ignition from the matchsticks ignites the fuse, and it travels down into the smoke bomb solution to set off the smoke bomb. Very simple indeed. So that's our fuse. I want to get that out of the way first so you can see how we're going to start these things. And so let's go ahead and get started on the smoke bombs. So we have all of our ingredients laid out. We have sugar, we have the potassium nitrate, we have some baking powder, and this is going to be a very simple mixture. It's basically 3 parts potassium nitrate, 2 parts sugar. So 3 parts potassium nitrate, 2 parts sugar. And a lot of people who make model rockets, they make the rockets out of sugar. They call them sugar or candy rockets. This is a very simple recipe that a lot of people use. But again, 3 parts potassium nitrate, 2 parts sugar, very simple recipe, and we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now, on the baking powder, we're going to try a bit of an experiment here. I don't know, but my wife pointed out to me that some baking powders contain aluminum, and which doesn't make sense to me at all, because aluminum is kind of like I think they've attributed that to Alzheimer's disease, but it's in baking powder. Now, aluminum is one of many ingredients used in a lot of fireworks making and explosives making and things like that, so I'm not sure if that plays a part in this at all, but the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of baking powder. We buy our baking powder from the Mennonite pantry in town, and it contains no aluminum. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a change to this recipe or not, or if it's going to affect it one way or another. I'm going to use as much baking powder as I have from the store that contains aluminum for the mixture for the smoke bombs, and I think one of them I will try the one without. We'll see how the recipe breaks down, if I can fit it in or not. I don't know how long I'm going to be cooking this. So it's going to be a giant experiment, but I will try. If I have to use this stuff without the aluminum, I'll try to make it separate so I can see if there's a difference or not. Just for this, if you want to do this at home, just buy the store-bought stuff. And then for things you're going to be eating, buy the stuff without the aluminum. Okay, let's get started. Now on the bottom of these smoke bombs, what I've done on these canisters, they're just like thick cardboard pipes that I have here. And I've just basically put some paper towel here and then a small piece of duct tape and then wrapped a little bit of duct tape around it to hold it. But some people advise also putting in maybe one or two tiny holes throughout the pipe to let pressure escape and allow more smoke to escape. But and we're not going to do that. There should be plenty of opening up the top so that no pressure builds up and it can breathe as much as it needs to up top. So I'm not going to cover that with anything big up there. So that's how we did those. Very simple. It's going to be a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff. Okay, now we're adding the sugar. 2 parts sugar. So just so you know, it's the sugar that's the fuel. It's the potassium nitrate that is the oxidizer. So everything in this field needs either a fuel, both a fuel and an oxidizer. The potassium nitrate is the oxidizer that provides oxygen to the burn. Now we're going to mix this up and stir it around until it's all thoroughly mixed. And then we'll slowly heat it up. I'm thinking we're going to do blue. Okay, I have this on the lowest setting possible, so it's going to take a long time to heat up, which is perfectly fine. You want to take your time with this. You can see the mixture is really blue. So we're just going to take our time heating this up. It'll slowly start to caramelize, and that's when you can put it into your canisters. This is a non-stick pan. Jamie would never let me do this for one of her pans. I found this at the recycle center in town for 25 cents. Non-stick saucepan. You can go, I would highly recommend before you use one of your wife's pans to do something like this, that you use, just go to your local neighborhood recycle center and see if there's someone there throwing one of these away. Now, I'm going to go get the baking powder. Jamie's going to help me load these things. You want to bring the pan over here? Turn it off. Well, I know you're not being able to see any of this, but it's going to have to, it is what it is. Okay. Now.
It's like cement.
Yeah, it's like cement. So we're putting the fuses in now. Burnt my hand.
Alright, I'm done with this.
I think we're going to do 2 and call it good.
I don't know. I'm going to be able to save my spoon.
It should come off with water. I say it's water soluble. Yeah, it should come off with water.
I thought we might just throw the pot away.
We might use it again. All that great nitrogen going down the drain, it's going to help our trees grow down there. Okay, so we got 2 done. It was a batch enough for 2. Next time we'll adjust accordingly. So we'll see how that works. We got to let them dry. There they are. There's 2 of them. They're full. We just got to let them dry now. They're actually really hot. So we're going to...
The cold water is making it crack.
The pan? I mean the other stuff.
It's like cement.
I'm going to put this outside and let it cool.
Oh
So we're out here recording, and my youngest went to go get Grandpa because he wants to watch, and my oldest is going to record for his Steam It page, and we're going to do it right out here. And so we'll see what we do. And then we have a special grand finale at the end. We'll see how that works out.
Set up some smoke bombs. I'm guessing it's pretty
I think that was. I got the smoke. I think on camera.
Do you see that? It's like a rocket. Like a rocket.
I'd say that worked.
You told me to get the smoke. Make sure you get the smoke on camera. That's what you said.
Man.
All right, I'm going to take this one and throw it out a little farther this time.
And I'm going to run away. Okay. 3,
I'll throw this one out a little farther. All this is sugar and potassium nitrate.
3, 2, 1, and go. You're out in the grass.
Where is it? Oh.
Hey, crazy light right up the field. I sure hope it doesn't.
There's a lot of smoke.
That's
I
a nice
know.
billow of smoke.
The smoke monster.
That's better than the stuff we had in the military.
Man, that was so
Here come the animals.
Coming to look, see what it is.
What is going on?
something, folks. This is all the extra stuff that that was left over from making the bombs,
So,
and we're gonna light the pan.
we had that pan we bought for 25 cents at the 25 cents over at the recycle center, and this stuff became like concrete. You couldn't get it off. We tried to soak it, and it just got hard. So we figured we'll light it on fire and see what happens to the pan. See if the pan survives. So
Flammable concrete. Whoever invented that was a genius. I think the cow's afraid of the smoke. Oh, man. There comes the cat. The cat better watch out. Where's the cat?
oops,
What?
didn't light. There we go.
Smoke tornado. Did you see that? That's so awesome.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah. Man, it was like a whirling fire. Fire pot.
Well, it burned it all up.
I see. Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think
Look, we can use it now.
I don't think we're gonna be able to use that pot again.
Okay.
It's clean.
It replaced it with black and
All right, guys. maybe you guys can do that on your own. You guys can make your own smoke bombs for your kids. They're pretty simple. They're pretty easy. Just make sure you have adult supervision when you do it. You can get potassium nitrate ordered online at seedranch.com. You can check them out, and if you're interested in doing the project, you can get it from them. So, all right, guys, patrons, see you next time in the homestead.